Hello everyone, so today we're going to be learning about Bitmoji classrooms or Bitmoji scenes. And before we get into it, you have to really decide, is this worth your time? Some people have asked, what is this for other than being fun and cute? A lot of teachers have been using it more of a daily agenda or like a hyperdoc. So I have a sample of one right here, and the possibilities really are endless. Of course, you can make it look beautiful and fun and stick in your Bitmoji, but more importantly, what's the function of it? So you can create links to send your students or staff to different documents or to videos or presentations, really anything at all. You can link also to icons and pictures so that it can send them exactly where you want them to go. You can embed videos in here if you have videos you want them to watch. A lot of teachers have been using bookshelves and throwing in books in here, so if their students want to read those books, they could put links on those books as well, which link to actual videos of someone reading the book, or maybe it links to the actual book for them to read. So really the possibilities here are endless. So I really think it is worth the time. Not only is it fun to create this customized classroom that you don't have to worry about your budget, but it's also very useful to keep all of your links in one place so that the students can go ahead and click on your links and go to wherever you want them to go. So let's go ahead and get started. So since this is a Bitmoji classroom, the next thing we're going to talk about is how to actually get your Bitmojis here. So I know a lot of us have been using Bitmojis on your phone or your mobile device, and you're wondering, how do I get it here? Well, you can take your phone and you can find the one you like and you can save it as a picture and send it to yourself and use it here. But there is an easier way. There's actually a Bitmoji extension for Google. So I suggest using Google Chrome because it works better there. So if you're not a Google Chrome, maybe hop onto that. You can see right here, you could see my little Bitmoji extension right here, and if you don't have it, this is what you do. So you would go to your Google and you would just type in Bitmoji extension right there, and then you'll find it and add to Chrome. Okay, so I'm just going to add the extension, and then when you go into Bitmoji, you're going to want to use the credentials that you used on your phone or on your device. So whatever email address you used on your device to make the account, use the same one so that it syncs up with the one here on your computer. And then once you have done that, it will look like this. So I click on it and I could see all my different Bitmojis here. I could search for whatever I want. And a lot of people have asked, how do you get the Bitmoji without the words, with just my body in different poses? And you would type in the word pose and you could see all different poses that you can use, and you would simply click on them. You could save them as pictures, or you could right click, like what the directions say. You could right click, you can copy it, and you can paste it right where you want it. So that's what you can do. Okay, I'm going to do a different video. Some people have asked how to do the Bitmojis for your students, and so of course I don't want to delete what I've done for myself. So on another video I'll show you how to create them for your students and save them. So if you really want to make a class picture or a classroom with your students in it, we'll talk about that on another video. So let's go ahead and move on. So now we're going to talk about how to make an actual Bitmoji classroom, and the tool we're going to use is Google Slides. So there are different ways to get there. You can go to your Omnibox and type in slides.google.com, or you can find your waffle here or your 9-box, click on it and click on Slides. We're going to start a new one, so click this plus, blank slide. And we are making a Bitmoji scene as your classroom, so we don't need any of your text boxes here. I just like to highlight them, delete them, and then I can close out of themes as well. So the first thing we're going to need in our scene is a background. So we're going to click on background, choose image. We want something with walls and floors, so wall and floor. Let's see. So we have a lot of options here, and if you don't see what you like, you can also get it from online. So I'm going to go ahead and pick one right now. I like this one. You want to pick something with a big wall because I assume you're going to be putting up a whiteboard or things like that that you want to post. So if your wall is tiny and your floor is big, you're not going to have a lot of place to post. So I know for a lot of you, those backgrounds were not enough to choose from. So you can definitely go to Google and find backgrounds and objects that you can use in your Bitmoji classroom if you're limited on choices. So we're just going to type in walls and floor background. And I'm just going to show you how to do that so that you know how to insert other things from Google. So I'm going to images. I find a background that I like. There are so many to choose from. This one looks good. Since it's a background, I do want to download it so that I could insert it as a background. If it's just an object or something I want to put in that's small, I could just copy the image and paste it in. But I want this to encompass the whole entire slide and I want to insert it as a background. So I'm going to save image as, and I don't really care what it's called. Just put it somewhere you know is easy to find. So I'm just going to put it in my desktop. Put it on my desktop, click save, and now I'm going to go back to my project, and like I said, I'm going to use it as a background. I'm not putting it in as a picture or an object. So background, choose image, upload because it's coming from my computer now that I've saved it on my computer, browse. I'm going to find where I put it, and I put it on my desktop. There it is. Double click. Done, and there it is. So you have lots of possibilities if you go onto Google as well. So let's go ahead and move on and put some objects into our picture. And for me, the most important thing really is where I'm going to put my announcements and things like that. So the way you insert a picture or objects into your classroom is you go to Insert, Image, and you can search the web. And if you have something already saved to your computer, again, you would choose uploading from your computer. So go ahead and type in whatever you're looking for. So what I'm looking for right now is a whiteboard. And you're going to want to end that with transparent background. Okay, so that there's no background around it, or you can end it with PNG and transparent backgrounds will also show up there. So sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you'll pick one and the background will really still be there. But again, trial and error, just delete and find another one. So let me find one. This one's kind of nice. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, and you see there's no background around it. Perfect. So I'm just gonna center that. You can see by these little tiny red lines, you can see that's the center. Probably should have resized it first. Ooh, actually, I want it pretty big. So you have to kind of think strategically on what else you want on your walls. So if you're gonna want some art on your walls or a bookshelf on the side, then kind of think that through. But for me, I think that looks good, and I can always adjust it later. So let me go ahead and insert a few other things. I see from here, upload from computer if you have something from online that you like. Let's go ahead and do that for the sake of practice. I'm going to find a couch. And just like what I suggested earlier, type in transparent background. All right, here we go. So I look for a couch, and oh, I like this one. And sometimes it says transparent background, but it really isn't. So again, you have to trial and error, okay? So this is just an object. I'm just gonna right click it, and I'm just gonna copy it. I'm gonna paste it into my, my presentation here. Okay, I'm gonna resize it and put it here. But what if there's something that I think is perfect, but I can't seem to find a version of it with a transparent background? Let me show you what to do about that. So let's go back and let's search. Let's just search for a regular chair without putting transparent background. And of course, there's going to be more options for you. So you could take around so you could take a look around and find the perfect chair. Ooh, this one's nice. Gonna click on this, and you can see it does not have a transparent background. Let me show you what happens. So I'm just gonna copy and throw it in just for you to see. And see, when it doesn't have a transparent background, no matter what you do, it's not gonna fit in. So I'm gonna delete that. And let me show you what you could do. It is not the end of the world, we can fix it. So right click, save image as, and then put it somewhere you can find it. You can see I've already saved it earlier. And then you're going to want to go to the website, spell it correctly, remove.bg. Write this down, bookmark it. This is such a useful website, and you're going to be using it a lot, especially if you like to remove backgrounds on certain pictures. So upload image, and here's the chair that I wanted. and you could see what happens. Look, it removes the background. Okay, so if you're satisfied with that, go ahead and click download, or you can download high resolution. So now let's go back to our scene right here. Now, how do I find that image that I just downloaded and I remove the background? Insert, image, upload from computer. I'm gonna pick it, and let's see. I don't know where I saved it. It might have been in the downloads. Oh, there it is. Okay, and there it is. Beautiful. I'm just gonna resize it and put it right there, and I don't need this couch anymore. It's too big anyways. All right, so again, I'm just gonna add one more thing. Maybe a bookcase. You know, instead of a bookcase, maybe shelves, so I could have more control. Type PNG or transparent background. And oh, this one looks really nice. I'm gonna click on that. Okay, so now I'm thinking maybe I want to actually move my whiteboard over. Let's see what we're gonna do here. So I'm gonna click on that. You can also use your arrows to move left to right. And again, you could spend forever really just playing around here and making things perfect. I want to copy this. Well, let me scoot it over a little bit. And maybe I want two of them. So I'm going to copy it, Control C, and then Control V to paste it. And I'm going to drag that down. And you see that red line, it kind of gives you a guide to make sure it's aligned with the other one. I'm going to want to throw in some books here, so I might need more space between the two. Use my arrows. And drop this down a little bit so that I have a space for some books up there. There you go. All right, so I'm not going to finish this classroom right now, but I think you get the idea of how to add things here. So let's just pretend it's done. Let me take you through some steps on how to actually add information and links to things you want to get to. Okay, let's see. Oh, before we do that, some of you might be wondering where my Bitmoji is. Let's put in our Bitmoji just to kind of complete the look. So I'm going to go to my extension up here, click on it. I can search for anything really, but again, I'm going to click on pose so I could find one, and I'm going to look for one that's like sitting. You can even type in the word sit and see what shows up as well. Let's see what shows up. Oh, that one's not bad. Let's choose this one. Oops, right click, copy image, and then paste it. All right, so, oh no. So you can see I'm facing the wrong way here. And just so you know, with any object in here, including your Bitmoji, you can always reformat it. So I'm gonna click on it and click on format options right here. So you can, if it's a different object, you can recolor it. You could change the color of your chair, your couch, things like that. But right now I just really want to flip it around. So you can flip it, and there it is. Look, I'm pointing the other way. And if some of you don't want to go into format options, you could also right click on an object, and you could see on rotate, you would rotate it horizontally, and it's the same thing. Okay, and I know you're probably not going to remember that right away, but again, just click around, play around, and the more you do it, the better we'll get at it. So I'm just going to move myself over, and my feet are hanging off the ground, which is common anyways because I'm short, but maybe I just want to be a little bit smaller. All right, there we go. Okay, so now I want to insert some information that I want to link. So maybe we'll start with some text. So I'm going to click on text box, or you can go to insert text box. It's up to you, but since I'm already here, I'm going to click it. I'm just going to click right here, and I'm just going to hover over where I want that text box to be. You can always change the size later, and you can start typing in here. So maybe morning message. Okay, so maybe I'm just saying morning message right here. And what I can do here is I can actually highlight that, and then I can link right here, insert link, and link it to my actual morning message, or maybe my Google Classroom or something like that. Another way for you to do that is actually go straight to the insert link, and then in the text area, type in what you want it to show. So maybe my agenda, and then I'm gonna link a certain document just gonna click a document and click apply, and you could see that the agenda is now linked to that. Okay, so you could type it first and then link it, or you could click on the link and then type it within that box. It's the same thing. Okay, all right, so I already attached my agenda. There it is. Ooh, I don't like that font, so getting nitpicky here. Make it a little bigger, and you see how that got pushed down there. I'm gonna widen it a bit. There you go. So another useful thing we can do is actually have them click on an image and it send them to a link where we want them to go. So let me just show you a sample of that. So let's go online here, and let's say I want to show them a picture of a book, and when they click on it, it will show them a video of someone reading the book. It's a good book. Let's do The Giving Tree since that was in my other one. So the first thing I do is I look for an image that I like. So just click on it, right click, copy image. And this is the same thing we've been doing with all of our other objects. Paste it. And I want to put this on my bookshelf. So I'm just going to shrink it down, put it on my shelf right here. And you're probably going to have to tell your kids that these are actually clickable. And once they know it once, they'll know it forever. Okay, so there's my book image right there, and I want, when the kids go to this book, I want it to bring them to a video of someone actually reading it. So let's go ahead and let's go to videos, or you could just type in The Giving Tree and look for, or go to YouTube, type in The Giving Tree. Ooh, this one, spoken by Shel Silverstein. Ooh, that sounds fancy. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and I'm going to pause because it's probably going to do an ad. Copy the actual link right here, and I'm going to click on it, click on that insert link icon from earlier, paste that link in, and apply. So now when the kids go here and they click on that book, it will bring them straight to someone reading that book. I wanted to show you another trick since we're actually here. Maybe there's a YouTube video that you want to share. Actually, here, let me pick this one. Maybe there's a YouTube video that you actually want to share, but you don't want to share it from the beginning. You want to share it from an exact point in the video. Now you can see in my video, I'm at 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Look what I can do. Go to share. So if I share this link, it will share from the very beginning, but look at what I can do. Click on this box, and it will share at exactly 350. So when they click on it, it will bring them to the exact spot. You can see they turned it into seconds here. So now I'm actually going to show you how to embed a video into your Bitmoji classroom. Instead of actually linking it to an object, you can actually put a video right in here. And the way we do that is we go to Insert, Video, and we could search for a video, or we can even put the URL if we already know what that video is. So I'm going to use my video as an example. Another training that I did. So I'm going to copy the link and then go back into my classroom, insert, video, by URL, paste the link in, and then select. And you can see it will put it right inside my Bitmoji classroom. So they don't need to click on it and it won't bring them somewhere else. They just click on it right into the classroom and it plays from wherever I place it. So you can change the size, you can move it around, and it looks just like that. Another thing I wanted to show you is how to reorder your objects, because as you put them in, you're going to want to be able to move some forward and move some back. And in order to demonstrate that, I'm going to go ahead and insert another object. I already typed it in here, plant PNG or plant transparent background. Just going to choose any of them. Oh great, it has a transparent background, so we don't have to do anything else. And let's say I want to put this behind me over here, not in front of me. You could right click on it, go to order, and I could send it all the way to the back, or you could use these shortcuts, control with your arrows, which are also amazing. But since I'm here, I'm going to click on it. There it is behind me, and I kind of want to see it a little more, so there you go. That looks pretty good. I don't care about it hanging off the side because that's just going to get cut off. Okay? All right, so all of the things that we've learned today you can apply to any objects and any pictures really. So if you have any questions, let me know. I wanted to share some other options that we've seen teachers using out there on the internet. So you saw earlier that we chose a plain floor and wall background, and I've seen a lot of teachers actually inserting their own pictures of their actual classrooms as a background, which makes it kind of fun, and it looks like this. So some of you might have bulletin boards that are blank, so you could put pictures and documents on there to link. Some people just want it to look just like their regular classrooms, and that's a lot less work because you already have furniture in there. So that's just another idea that you can use. Some teachers like to find walls and floors that are more cartoonish, especially those elementary grades. So when they search, they would search for wall and floor classroom cartoon, and then you can see there are some already made for you. So you have a lot of options as you add objects and add backgrounds to your presentation. So let me just go back. So now that you've put in all of this work, how do you share this with your students and your colleagues? You can actually share this Google Slides document with them by going to Share, and then make sure it says anyone with a link can view, because if they come on to your document through the link, then they can't move anything around. They could just click on the links and any objects that you've linked to certain websites. Okay, you would just take this link and put it into an email or post it somewhere or text it, however you communicate with them. Okay, another way is to go into File, Download as PDF. A lot of teachers will download it as a PDF and maybe post it into their Google Classroom stream or as an assignment, and then it opens up as a PDF and the links are also there for them to use. Another thing that teachers do is go to File, Publish to the Web, click on Publish, OK, grab that link right there, and I'll show you what that looks like when you actually send this link to students or to colleagues, and it brings them straight, and they can click wherever you need them to go, and that's how it works. So you have a lot of options again. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will be more than happy to help you. Thank you for watching.